now that we are headed back outside, summertime is almost here. It is important to know how to remain gracious as you move around.
Yeah, culture and etiquette expert Akilah C.T. Easter is joining us now with some street smart tips. And Akilah, it's almost like when it first snows, we forget how to drive.
Right.
I mean, now we're getting out and about, and it's people have forgotten their manners. They're bumping into you when you're walking on the street, and
it was a big adjustment.
Yeah.
I'm from a small town, so when I came here, I had to learn quickly.
Yeah.
You know, you had to be able to adjust, and that's what I had to learn, of not stopping in the middle of the street to take a picture, looking like a tourist. Those different types of things. No offense to our tourists, we love the tourism,
of course.
But as we come out of COVID, people are going to be back in these streets. The festivals are going on, so we're just trying to figure out how to be polite. And the thing is, be aware of people around you, not just self, right?
Okay.
And that's what people tend to do. Like, I need this picture. I need to stop right here. It's like, always move to the right. Yes,
I'm texting,
and
I'm
looking down. Yes. So that. Now it's one of my major pet peeves. And I feel like this segment is just going to be all pet peeves for me. And I'm just
I'm joining in with you because it's one of my biggest pet peeves.
Okay. All right. So let's start.
The first thing is move to the right. Okay. Even when you're getting on the L, when you're getting on an elevator, you are always going to be on the right side. The sidewalk, you want to walk on the right side of the street, because no matter what direction, you won't be bumping into people.
Okay.
And just having that etiquette of not stopping when you are walking on a sidewalk, particularly on a busy street. And if you do need to stop, step to the side a little bit. And always, what I've learned is never walk directly behind a person if they don't sense you, in a sense. So when I walk directly behind somebody, I'm shaking my keys. I don't want to scare somebody. Those different types. Or I kind of walk a little bit to the side where they can see me in their periphery. So just thinking about all of those different things, because I'm thinking of other people.
Yeah,
Sure.
and talking about on the right, this goes the same thing too when you're going in a building where the doors are not marked.
Yes.
It's always in on the right.
Always on the right. And on an escalator as well. I know people stand in the middle of escalators. I want to get up these stairs real quick sometimes. So if you always move to the right, and then the left is for people who would like to walk up the stairs. This is my daughter, my 7-year-old. I'm pushing this on her right now, and we're in Target. She's like, they're supposed to be on the right, Mommy. Say it. I can't say it, but you can say it.
You can get away with it as a 7-year-old.
Right.
You know, and also, when you were talking about walking up behind someone, people need to understand there is a certain personal space needed nowadays more than ever.
Right. And it varies across different cultures. Within our culture, we normally did that 18 inches between, but now, you know, understand with COVID, they even said 6 feet, et cetera, all those different things. Just make sure you're giving people, I say, an arm length away from people. Just give them that space. When people are doing that in line, standing so close, that does not speed up the line.
No,
it doesn't speed
not.
up the process.
It
You're
does
just
not.
breathing down my neck.
Right.
So, so making sure that you are giving people that space, particularly as we're transitioning out of a pandemic.
Let me also ask you too, because we're talking about all these good tips. How do you make other people aware of these things that are not doing it without being a total jerk?
I know.
You have a 7-year-old do it?
I whispered to her real quick. No, if I'm standing in a line, for example, and I step forward, I'll leave my back leg lingering a little bit, so that kind of gives, so they can't dance with me, because they're like, oh, she's leaving that back there politely, so you can see that, and then that leaves that space in between.
That's so smart.
Yeah, I like in the grocery store, I'll get in front of the cart and leave the cart behind me.
Yes.
So that also forces some personal space there. All right, we talked about elevator procedures. What about kiosks?
Oh, yeah.
Be ready. Don't be the person in Starbucks the very first time, what do I want up here? Or, you know, say, you know, some fast food chain that's been around for 50 years and you don't know what you want. Right. So just be prepared, particularly if the line is long, and that I know it's a lot of pressure sometimes. That's why sometimes I step to the side, look at the menu before I even come in, because I don't want to slow down, particularly in a morning rush or something to that effect. At the airport, you want to be prepared. Don't be that person who's suddenly taking your shoes off when we're right there at the line. No, people are trying to move and get to their flights.
So do all these kind of go out the window though when we're talking about festivals? Like, because if you're like at a street fest and it's art fest, people are going to be stopping in front of you. So you
can't be that complainer at a festival. You have to anticipate. That's why I don't go to a lot of festivals.
I think you just need to know that.
Be aware. If you know that you're not a person that is comfortable with crowds, you know that this is probably not going to be the space, or plan to be in the back of the festival. So that's what. Be prepared.
Yes, these are such great. I mean, we had to say it. I mean, so that's why we brought Akilah on to talk about it. And if you don't know, you need to refresh and get some more information on our website.
And we have to train. I've trained my boys to train your girls that if we're in somewhere, we can be like, Miles, don't you know you're supposed to be on the right, baby? You stay up and say it real loudly.
I do that all the time.
Blame the kiddos.
Like I'm teaching a lesson.
Hopefully adults here too.
Yes.
Akilah, thank you so much for being here.
Always good to see you.